programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. He'll return it. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Big-time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
I love when defensive backs come up, and they are physical, and they stick their face in the fan, and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
The Buffaloes will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They send the tight end in motion. Jackson will throw. Quickly to the tight end. Just keeps moving. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with the pickup of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Takes the easy one to the back. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pick on it. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Oh, he got loose. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
And that's the extra feel you get with this dude. I mean, unbelievable job dropping back to pass, but understanding third down, I can get it right now. I got a little bit of space right up the middle, pulls it down, runs it straight ahead, and goes and gets the big third down conversion.
Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Dawgs! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a... There he goes! Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
They couldn't get anybody to bite on that one, and they'll stop him behind the line. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Fakes to grab. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Miller. Open space at the 25. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Buffaloes! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And he makes the extra point. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Dogs now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. trying to find his man in the middle. Pulls it in down the sideline. They make the stop, but this junior loves to show off his arm strength, and he did it there. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. They'll move the tight end. The give from the gun. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Jackson gonna throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Talking to coaches coming into this football game, he said he's got to keep his quarterback upright, got to protect him. If they give him time, he can do some damage. But so far, man, he's been hit early. He's been hit often. They've got to do a better job of protection up front.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Georgia! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. North Texas has the lead right now. The good folks in Denton have been buzzing all week. But this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They are up by 7 over Texas Tech.
And some room to work. Got a little room.
We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Breaks into the open. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Using his legs, it's 4. And here's the tackle at the line of scrimmage, and that'll send us to the 2nd quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking.
He's trying to get it in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They'll try to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, come
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they force the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They marched the ball 51 yards for the score, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Motion from the wide receiver. Jackson will throw. Trying to set up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Nestles it in at the 35. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll go to the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Hauls it in. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Caught over the middle. It's Miller. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bucks! These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, Dave.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
This is ultra-aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Scanning the field, it's Duggar. Finds the tight end. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Offense gets set for second down. Looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Washington. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
They'll run it from the gun. Powers through the defender. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to be like, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
Motion from the wideout. Going to swing it on second down. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Now facing a third and long. To the air, it's Duggar. Oh, they're after him. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Give to the running back. Turning it on! Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Finds a little space. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. And the Buffaloes come to the line in the hurry-up. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Running into the open space. It's a running room. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the air on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
I got to tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're padding their lead, and they've put so much pressure now on the opponent.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Buffaloes will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the 2nd half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Dropping back, it's Duggar. Throws to the tight end. Oh, it's picked off. Not the 2nd half start they'd hoped for. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
And it's frustrating because you go into half, and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out. First drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
Toss to the outside. Finding an escape route. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. The Buffaloes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking downfield on first down. Looking to scramble. Got enough space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. USC is currently working from behind, but in front of a packed Coliseum, anything is possible. That fight song, those uniforms, momentum can change quickly. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Nevada. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Rides to the back. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Duggar. Going over the top. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Unloads it left. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Bucks. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And they tacked on the extra point.
Colorado 42, Georgia 14.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone. It'll be a... back. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Trying to impose their will with the run. Got the first down and more. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Looking downfield, it's Duggar. can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the fourth quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
Georgia going back to work with another first down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
He'll try to tack on one more.
Is on for the extra point.
Smashes it through for the PAT. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And what a way to put a stamp on that one with a 41-yard run to the house. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Got it, looking for the first down. Breaks into the open. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Tough to beat in action, gentlemen. You know that. And let's take a look at the highlights. UMass needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Amherst behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Eastern Michigan. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for a loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw, it's Duggar. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Ready. They'll keep it on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
And it's complete at the 6. Defense right there, but now they're backed up with a goal-to-go situation. And the Buffaloes are threatening on 1st and goal. Down. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They go to the ground. Jumped on top of the pile.
And when you're the defensive side of the football right now, this point in the game, you know the game's over, that they run the football. Listen, you're trying to still compete. You're putting other guys in the football game. This is our standard. We're not giving up yards. We're not going to let them break tackles. And I think the defensive coordinator finally has something to complain about.
They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down.